made the proclamation in Turkey that effectively said that we were not a Judeo-Christian nation. If you look at our history, I would suggest that there were two questions that needed to be asked and answered that he missed. The first one was whether or not we ever were a Judeo-Christian nation. And the second one is, if we were, when was that moment in time that he can point to that we ceased to be so? If you look at the history of faith we have in this country, start with the very first act of Congress. The very first Congress was to bring in a minister to lead that Congress in prayer and read 4 chapters of the Bible. Then in the Treaty of Paris in 1783, our signers insisted that the first phrase be referencing the most holy and undivided Trinity. When you then went to the Declaration of Independence, where we unanimously declared our independence, our drafters insisted we talk about our rights coming from a creator. And our Constitution, at the end of it, we punctuated it by saying in the year of our Lord, 1787. And then in 1892, in the Holy Trinity Church versus the United States, the Supreme Court recounted that history and said, this is a Christian nation, this is a religious nation. As you all know, Franklin Roosevelt, when he had the greatest battle this country has ever faced, led this nation in prayer for 16 minutes and asked God's blessing upon that. And after that great war, when Congress assembled together, they asked themselves, where do we put our trust? Do we put it in our weapon systems? Do we put it in our economy? Do we put it where? And you know what they decided? The motto of this country was going to be that we put our trust in God, and we had a motto that said, in God we trust. I would suggest the overwhelming evidence suggests that this nation was born and it was birthed with Judeo-Christian principles, and I would challenge anybody to tell me that point in time where we ceased to be such, because it doesn't exist.